Everybody. So I just wanted to make a follow-up video on my prior video that covered book value per share. So when would you want to use this? And in what particular type of company would you want to use this for? So you could use this for pretty much every company, but if you use book value per share, you can look at the tangible, or you could look at all of the assets that include the tangible plus the intangible. So what I mean by that is tangible assets are plant, property, and equipment. So this could be like a factory, all the equipment in the factory, and your inventory. So that's plant, property, equipment, and all of that. And intangible assets, well, I'll cover that right now. So intangible assets can be things like mining claims, trademarks, goodwill, patents, copyrights, mail lists, brand names, licenses, and franchises. So a lot of tech companies will have a lot of intangibles on their balance sheet, but this is really hard for investors to actually value. So sometimes you'll see book value per share that's actually much higher than the stock price. And that's because investors can't really value what the actual intangible assets are worth. So this works a lot better when you're looking at an actual company that has more tangible assets, because let's say that a company is going bankrupt. Well, they're going to start looking at that company a lot different. What they're going to look at is the total value or the market value of what all of their assets could be sold at. So let's say you see a company's stock price just absolutely tank, and you're just thinking this is going down way too low. What could be happening is that investors are actually pricing in that company for bankruptcy, and they're looking at the value of their assets and just determining what the actual stock price should be based off the value of their assets. So if we're looking at a company like GameStop, GME, we notice that their intangible assets are actually very small. So right here on the balance sheet on Yahoo Finance, I could drill down a little bit. I could look at total non-current assets. And then we'll see that goodwill and other intangible assets makes up a very, very small portion. So look, this is 12.1 million versus 3.5 billion of total assets. So Yahoo Finance is actually really nice, and they do this for us. They give us this plug figure, the tangible book value. So the way that they calculate this is that they're actually getting total assets minus this goodwill and other intangible assets minus total liabilities. So that is going to give us this tangible book value. And then to get the book value per share, well, we're just going to divide by the ordinary share number. So if we actually want to get a very accurate reading of book value per share, then we're going to use the tangible assets only. But we could also use the intangible assets, and then that'll just be book value or intangible book value per share. So I hope this clears things up, and I hope you guys have a good day.